Starting. This is how we're doing every podcast now.
He really did it.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the Otaku Village podcast. As you can clearly see, we still ain't got it together. This is how we're doing all of our
I think
intros.
I think getting it together was really something you should not have put all your eggs into one basket over.
I think I messed that up. So with that being said, man, y'all already know who it is. It's Swag, your otaku guy, your resident otaku guy, man. And I'm gonna introduce the peoples. Of course, ladies first. Katie, go ahead and introduce yourself. Drop your socials. Wow.
Oh, I gotta do
Nah,
this again. Let me see if
social.
I can. I don't want to give you my social security number. Wait.
Wow.
Okay, no, my name is Katie. I think I dropped my Instagram in the last one. It's miu.mento. That's pretty much it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the IG, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Blow them DMs up, everybody. And
Do not. If I get a PP picture, I'm blocking
oh
everyone.
my god.
A
Anyway,
pee picture.
move on.
A PP picture.
Move on to the man Q. You know what I'm saying? Introduce yourself. Drop your social.
I'm Q. I'm not dropping my social security. I don't know why you keep saying that.
Because this is a new episode. This is a new episode.
No, I'm talking about my social security. Yeah, I'm not dropping. You asked her, and I said no. Come on, G. No, I'm playing. But
real
Kurobako7 is my Insta. My Twitch is Kurobako7 is KUROBAC. I mean, BAKO7, and that's for both of my Insta and my Twitch. But yeah.
Alrighty, man. And
real quick though, you guys can hear me, right?
yes, we can hear you.
I just switched my platform, so I had to make sure.
Okay, we can hear you. All right, and we're gonna switch over to Meek, but not Mill. Shout out to you.
My name is
Alright.
Meek, not Mill. I'm black, and my Instagram is HOKABAYEEE.
That's what I'm talking about. We got another guest in the building, J Bag Swag, but right now he's doing a family thing, so he'll introduce himself when he hops in. But today, yeah, oh man, we had to do it because it's the end of the year, and you know everybody is buzzing, humming, whispering about what anime is the best anime of the year. And I'm talking about anime that's been introduced this year. I mean, yeah, people are going to try to throw in the anime, season 4 of Food Wars. Season
My Hero.
4 of My Hero. You know, yeah, people are going to try to throw that in there. But, like, let's try to keep it to, like, the anime that were introduced this year. I mean, if you want to throw in a new season of an anime that popped up this year, that's fine. But you better come hard.
Like I said, I can give you
Pause.
guys some of the highlights
Stop.
for what have been like highly like voted this year.
Okay, you know what? You said you had a list. What was the list?
So a couple off of the list are Shield Hero, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
Doctor Stone,
Mm-hmm.
what's it called? Fire Force,
Mm-hmm.
Demon Slayer,
Mm-hmm.
and there was Promise Neverland is on there, and there was one more. Can you stop me and shut up?
We're like, he's nodding. He's like nodding. No, but he's nodding.
Because as soon as I finish, he's gonna go for it. And freaking
Hey, you're like
freaking-
a 10. You need to turn it down to about a 2.
and freaking Love is War. Because
Seriously,
that
Love
one
is
was
War.
really good.
Seriously, on the list?
Love
that's
is War
Okay,
is
no,
on
I'm
the
sorry.
list.
I'm sorry. Hold up. I'm not even there yet. I'm not there yet. I'm sorry.
Love is War is on the list.
Get the fuck out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And actually, I don't know if you guys are gonna believe this or not, but Domestic Girlfriend is on the
No.
list.
I believe that. 100%. I believe that.
Yeah, I do too.
Y'all,
I
if
do
y'all
too.
sleeping on Domestic Girlfriend, because it's not your, it's one of those what you call it, slice of life, right? And
I enjoyed a good slice of life. Although I do think that Given.
because
I think Given is on this list, and Given was a really good like slice of life type
okay,
anime.
because like no, seriously though, Domestic Girlfriend. I watched the first 2 episodes, and I ain't gonna stunt, man. I was like, damn, man, if I was like 17 and somebody like hit me like that, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I'd be in my little feelings too. I don't know, bro. I don't know. So yeah, Domestic Girlfriend is it. I agree because I've suggested that anime to a couple people and. Like,
have any of you guys heard of Given though?
Nah, nah.
Given is like a slice of life anime about these two boys who like I think they like start to like get feelings for each other, but all over like music or something. Like it's really interesting.
Oh, okay. I never heard of it. I've never heard of it.
I
Me neither.
I was on Crunchyroll one day and it like popped up and I started watching it while I was at work and I thought it was pretty good. Like I think I finished the I watched the first like 10 episodes while I was at work. Like I was that into it.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. See, I never even heard of it. Like, I most of the anime that I hear about is either on Facebook or whatever meme. That's it.
Telling you, man, get a Crunchyroll Premium. Every time a new anime comes out, it'll like let you know immediately.
Yo, check this out. I got
Snapchat
bills.
Premium.
I got bills.
I do too.
Like Disney Plus just dropped, and they're like, nah, bruh. Like I'm done paying for stuff. All right, I'm done.
Felt
I'm
that.
telling y'all. I'm telling y'all.
You got
Some of
all
y'all
this
know how.
disposable income. I
I
ain't
don't know
got it.
what y'all talking about. I told y'all how much my car costs, right? Because I don't got disposable
You
income.
talking about?
Flex on us more.
Ooh,
I
ooh.
think I told Shamik, and Shamik was like, "Dude, what the fuck? That's too much."
Yo, bro, first
Yeah.
of all, my thing is like, bro, everything has got a price. You got Hulu, Netflix, Crunchyroll. Like, I'm tired of paying for
But
stuff. I ain't paying for
but
nothing.
I could give you guys my Crunchyroll. Like
Bro,
I'm
pause.
going to give it to the homie. Like no,
Yo, chill out, chill out, chill out. Stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No,
but
no,
no,
no.
like if you guys wanted to use my account, like you totally could. Although it's literally only $8, and if you can't afford that, I might clown you a little bit. But you could totally
Yo,
use it if you
bro, I'm
wanted
at
to.
$8 going to hot Cheetos. Leave me alone.
That's called an addiction. You sound like me in high school.
Ghetto ass.
You go to the high school I went to and tell me you don't become ghetto. I just want to know.
No,
She's
hey,
right.
hey.
She's right. She's right.
She's right. That's facts.
Uh,
That's valid.
It's bad when everyone that knows the school you went to automatically is like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. She's right. It's fine.
Katie's
Like it hurt.
Katie's white, by the way.
Do we have to make that disclaimer at the beginning of every show?
It's just funny. I feel like that's gonna be the catchphrase. I want,
Katie's white, by the way.
I want that to go. I want that to be the catchphrase. I really want that to be in every comment section that I see.
Oh
Hey,
my
yo, for real?
God.
Y'all should put that on a shirt.
Yes, Katie.
I will actually screen print you guys all shirts if you want that
Okay,
as a
okay.
shirt.
Time out.
Low key.
How's J
might
Bag
buy
gonna
one.
jump in and say that and then hop back out?
I'm just saying, bro.
I'm
If
eating
you
chicken
guys
food.
want
It's
that
good.
on
Okay,
a
wait.
shirt,
Before you
I'm
hold up, my
interested.
dude. Before you go back to finger licking goodness, bro. Introduce yourself.
Whoa.
Wow.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening, everybody? I'm J-Bag Swag. You ain't gonna follow me on no platforms yet because I ain't got my shit set up right. But you know, the boy slacking. It's all good though.
Hey, we out here. All
Yeah, fuck
right,
that,
all
fuck
right,
that.
all right. So now that we've got the cordialities out of the way, even though the cordialities weren't so cordial.
Did he cut out for you guys
Yeah,
too, or
yeah,
was
yeah.
it
Your
just me?
mic
No,
cut
no,
out.
no, no. He keeps muting. I'm paying
No,
attention to the.
your
No,
mic cut
your
out.
mic cut out.
No, my mic. Oh, I apologize.
Yeah,
So,
your mic cut
oh shit, I'm broke.
Man said that though.
Nah. So okay. So check this out. So she put out a list. I was gonna Google the list and see what like other people thought that anime of the year was, but do I really want to disappoint myself? They're like, Katie, is it worth me disappointing myself?
No, it's not. I'm telling you, I pulled up the Crunchyroll one and it had some pretty interesting stuff, but I just pulled up one that was like fan made.
Okay, because
That's what we don't
So
do.
I'm looking into what's recommended for this year for Crunchyroll to see if I could find anything. But they're still giving Best Director to the Duty Made Devilman Crybaby, even though like
because
for the anime style looked like, and you're gonna probably hate me for this, but looked like it was drawn up like the day that it was released. It looks like they didn't tweak it at all.
okay.
Wow.
So let me ask y'all a question though. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so Demon Slayer came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Do you think that Dr. Stone fell into Demon Slayer shadow?
No.
Kind of.
Kind of.
No.
Yeah,
Kind of. Because there was so much hype surrounding Demon Slayer because of like Nezuko, because everybody like Nezuko was a total fan favorite and everybody was all over her. And then Dr. Stone came out and everyone was like, maybe not,
I
because
think
everyone just wanted to get in on Demon Slayer.
I say no because everybody knew that manga for Doctor Stone was already out before Demon Slayer, and everybody knew that like Doctor Stone was it, and people still know that because they can tell you right now that manga, dude, that manga. What we have coming is about the equivalent to what we have coming for Demon Slayer.
But
The hype, I don't see them like literally being in nobody's shadow
I
because they're
feel like it's
unique
the
and
other way around now, though. I feel like everybody's all about Demon Slayer and Doctor Stone
yeah.
is falling in the shadow.
But
but
I highly
Uh-huh.
doubt though
but
because it's
but still, like,
For
let's just
now.
be 100 though.
mm-hmm,
Doctor
Well,
Stone and Fire Force came out at the same time, but when
yeah.
they came out, Demon Slayer was still a thing. Doctor Stone and you know, no disrespect to neither of the anime, Fire Force
Mm-hmm.
low key outshined Doctor Stone because of what was being presented to the people. The
Also,
same folk from Soul
yeah.
Eater were involved
Mm-hmm.
from it. So like people had some familiarity, whereas Doctor Stone kind of almost came from nowhere.
Yeah.
So
The same as
um,
Demon Slayer though, because Demon Slayer we've never heard. Well, I've never seen no art style like that, and I've been watching anime for like almost 7 years.
I
So
vaguely recall an anime that had the same art style as Demon Slayer, and I'm gonna
It's
see
kind
if
of
I
sort
can
of like
find it.
Fate Stay, I believe.
I'm pretty
Fate
sure
Stay,
too. But
okay,
like,
okay. I,
Um,
it's one of those things where it's like Doctor Stone, and like in no regard, I believe is a bad anime. It's not a bad anime, but I feel like it didn't get the clout that it deserved because Demon Slayer was still the
Outshining it.
thing.
Well, I mean, you can say this though.
um,
Doctor Stone is still going on, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken,
yeah,
right?
yeah, it
it's
is.
still
Yeah.
airing. Yeah, yeah.
So it still has a little bit more, to go. Demon
It's got
Slayer
some
is over
time.
right now.
Hmm.
So nobody's really checking up on it other than probably
Yeah.
watching some YouTube reactions and shit. But
Or reading the
Yeah,
manga.
that are
Yeah.
people who have been waiting for it to end so they can like binge watch it and stuff
Yeah,
like
and,
that.
and
right,
that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like people are now catching up. People are like Doctor Stone, but it's like yo, Doctor Stone has been out there, but you didn't realize it because you were so focused on Demon Slayer that like
it was one of those things that like it progressed too slowly for a lot of people to catch on to it, and the way that Demon Slayer just kept having things come at you and everyone was like, "Oh my god, I need more of this," the cliffhangers. And like Dr. Stone has some pretty serious cliffhangers too, but it's like
Hmm.
it rises so slowly to getting there
yeah.
that I enjoy the anime a lot, but sometimes I can't, like I just zone out watching it because like I don't want to watch them talk about, homeboy who's trying to kill him for
No,
like 30
I'm right there
30
with you.
minutes, you know?
I'm right there with you because
Like
there are plenty of times where like I've watched Doctor Stone and I find myself like on my phone or whatever while they're talking and stuff like that
mhm.
because I'm just like, oh, there's nothing happening. There's nothing going on. But the story's good. The story is good. There's nothing taken away from that. But I feel like, and this is just me personally, and I've talked to other people that have had this similar opinion. Doctor Stone did kind of get overshadowed by Demon Slayer, not only because Demon Slayer was so hyped, but because Doctor Stone didn't pick up as quick as it should have.
A lot of animes this year got like phased out due to like the newer ones that came out towards the end of the year though.
I mean, and you
Hmm.
could say the same, like
Like
My Hero Academia, the new season. So, like, Fire Force and Doctor Stone still going and everything. My Hero Academia comes out. Now, all these other anime that is, popping up, there's like, okay, they have to be super dope in order to compete with My
Top.
Hero.
Hmm.
but like I don't know how to say this, but like I said, like a lot of the animes that came out this year didn't really get a lot of attention. Like I said, like Love is War, like I thought it was really good, and like Violet Evergarden, another anime that I thought was like top quality, and nobody really paid attention to them because they weren't in the like keep all of your attention on like super, like I had a lot of like anticipation and like waiting for like things to pop off. Like a lot of
Hmm.
people aren't into it for like the slice of life animes or like the romance animes or anything like that because it doesn't offer that same like pack a punch and like that violent,
I felt that.
Yeah.
it doesn't offer the same excitement
Hmm.
as fighting anime would, and that kind of is where a lot of animes fall off.
And
I feel that.
I feel like basically My Hero could have pretty much set a big tone for that because it was so hyped for its time that like everybody was like, "Oh, so My Hero is the biggest thing. Well, let's see if we can compete." So like we've got a lot more action, isekai action, even with regular shonen, but we got isekai shonens and all these different types of shonens that when we get like this weird shonen like you know Fire Force that they're firefighters, but the thing is they have fire powers and they stop so and so. You know what I'm saying? Or Doctor Stone where it's a shonen, but everybody's turned to stone, and you like, how is this a shonen anime? But then you start seeing eventually, which taking so long to get to, why it's shonen. So like it's set, like I feel like My Hero pretty much set like a big tone for that alone, and that's why I agree with you. Like most of those like slice of life animes that a lot of people love so much, including myself. I love slice of life, but that they're falling behind hard. Like I think it was just last year that Made in the Abyss had got Anime of the Year, which Made in the Abyss is a fucking amazing, and that's an amazing slice of life. I don't know if it's complete. I don't know if it's shonen or not. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's like adventure something something. But like they got it last year over My Hero, and My Hero was the biggest thing last year. You see what I'm saying? So like that's why I'm like kind of iffy about you saying that you know even though so and so is doing so well, like Demon Slayer, even I'm saying Demon Slayer's anime of the year, I feel like there's still going to be some slice of life animes going to easily like run up there with Demon Slayer easily. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I want to see, like a slice of life or like a romantic anime take over for anime of the year because it seems like every year, all of the runner-ups for the longest time end up being something like violent or like definitely
Yeah.
shonen
Yeah,
for
Mm-hmm.
some.
Made in Abyss is not.
But
Last of
Made in Abyss is not shonen, by the way.
yeah. So see,
it's
like
like
that one was
shonen
like the
animes
first
are
one.
always in the running, and then every once in a while you get the underdog that's not a shonen anime, that's like a slice of life or something cute come up and like take the cake.
Like
So
Made in the Abyss,
I,
yeah.
I want y'all to.
I want
I
to see
want y'all to.
more.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm still getting over my cold, but I am like it hurts.
All right. So
I want to
while we
see more anime, like like a lot of the old like Hayao Miyazaki and like
Mm-hmm.
Studio Ghibli like themed stuff come out, and I want to see a lot more of like 5 centimeters per second. Your Name, a lot more movies with like that kind of like general
no,
suspense and like
we talking
romance
about
theme.
animals. Not animals. Anime. God damn. Excuse my
Those are
language. No, no,
animes.
no. But they're
Like those
movies.
are
We're talking
anime
about series,
movies.
series, series,
But like I want to
series.
there was this one movie that they turned into an anime that I thought was really good, and I can't remember the name of it. I think it was like Blue Spring Ride or something.
Mm-hmm. I think I know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
so
But like stuff like that is super cute and like could be really popular with like the amount of girls that are getting into anime now and like
true,
Mm-hmm.
and then that was a big reason why I involved you in this podcast because I was like I want a woman's perspective because that's the thing, a lot of women are getting in an anime right now, and that alone changes the tone of what anime of the year can be because there are so many different views. Like us dudes, like a lot of us dudes do like the action, boom, bam. There are some dudes
Mm-hmm.
that do like the slice of life and other genres of anime, but
Mm-hmm.
women bring a new perspective, to
Mm-hmm.
anime that a lot of people don't realize, and it's so dope to see women of all ages that are in the anime because like this one of the things that is pretty much unheard of, and
It's rare.
is unheard of.
because
But like I don't treat it like it's like a oh my god thing. I treat it like that's a dope thing because now there's more perspective. Now there's more. Now we can get you know different viewpoints on anime that can come out because you see the harem anime titties out, fan service, all that. But like
I
women ain't trying to see that.
um
Some women ain't trying to see that all the time. Some women they ain't trying
Yeah.
to see that all the time,
Some.
and
um
some of them, they want to see the like the beat 'em up action, and it's like to see it from their point of view is pretty dope.
I don't know, man. I've been watching anime for a long time, like since middle school. I think we talked about in the last one. But I enjoy, like slice of life and like romantic anime, but I still do enjoy, the gory, like violent anime. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes harems are nice, but I think it's really depending on the girls, and a lot of like the girls that you see now that are into anime are like on the whole like they're like soft and like they're super nice and they like to watch a lot of like romance and stuff, so they're not going to be into all of this like violent and
Mm-hmm.
aggressive stuff. And
Yeah.
that you have like a lot of these creators, if they took into like consideration what kind of viewers that are out there and what kind of fans that they have, they'd have a lot more stuff coming out that would definitely match like the vibes and the themes of what would be happening this year. And
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
they definitely hit the mark with Demon Slayer, and I'm not going to say that because like I said, it took me like all of 3 days to watch it.
Okay, that's
Like
Mm-hmm.
fair.
I couldn't let myself stop watching it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like every time I was like, okay, I need to do something else, I'd be like, oh wait, one more episode.
yeah.
And I think I
Mm-hmm.
missed my homework for a whole week because I just wanted to watch Demon Slayer.
Expose yourself. Go ahead.
All right. That's fine.
But
But like even, like when my dad was having surgery, like while I was in the waiting room, I was watching Demon Slayer because I didn't like have anything else to do. I was surrounded by old people.
Yeah.
So I was like on my phone watching Demon Slayer in like the corner of the room until my dad got out.
so like
Yeah.
100.
So
Okay,
like
before we get into like what our personal anime of the year is, because we've been talking a lot, like just been bouncing around about different anime and all that, and that's pretty dope, right? That's cool, because like I feel like that's pretty good lead up, like just giving a lot of other anime shine before we go
Mm-hmm.
into our personal opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Thrillist, I'm looking at Thrillist's list for top anime of the year, and I'm just gonna go in the top five, right? I'm only gonna go
mhm.
into the top five. Number five, they have Doctor Stone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, mm.
Number four, they have Carol and Tuesday.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
It was cute actually. Like it wasn't
I
bad.
F with the
It
music.
wasn't.
The music, cause I'm a big
Oh
music
yeah,
lover, so
for
I F
sure.
with the music.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Number three is The Promised Neverland.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I don't know if y'all ever heard of this. Sarazanam. Skit.
I think that was the best thing I
I thought you said Sarah,
No,
not
no, no.
Skip.
Sarazan. No, sorry. I'm sorry. Sarazanmai.
I've never heard of
Yeah.
it.
Wait, is that English?
It's nope.
But like really quickly, like there was
It's
a
on
couple
Crunchyroll.
animes this year that got outshadowed pretty well. Like I don't know if you guys remember like Cells at Work or
Cells at Work. Okay. Yep. Cells
Cells
at
at
Work.
Work or that time I got reincarnated as a
Which
slime.
were two
Yeah.
anime that like people were really buzzing about.
Yes.
And then it died off as soon as like some of the newer animes came out.
Because it,
And I
like, it
think
just
that
wasn't strong.
they should still get a fair chance because when they came out, they were like really everybody was like, "Oh my God, you got to watch the new episode. You got to watch like this. You got to look at this."
Mm-hmm.
And now everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that."
No, like 100. Like when y'all talked about
That's
slime,
facts.
it was one of those things where it was like, okay, that was the anime, like the flavor of the month. You know what I'm saying? And after it stopped being a flavor of the month, it was just like, okay, like it was a pretty decent anime. Like I'm not gonna say it was trash. I'm not gonna say it was amazing. It was just one of those anime where it was just like, okay, you know.
Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong, I had a friend named Randy who was like, you gotta binge 20 episodes. Dude, at the time, Shield Hero was out, bro. That episode of Shield
Facts.
Hero like intrigued the fuck out of me because it was such a hard twist. They attacked the real world with what happened
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that
yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah,
episode.
yeah,
They
yeah,
and,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I. So when he told me to watch Slime before I started watching Shield Hero, I was like, I'm gonna give Slime a chance.
You know what's
It
crazy?
was so cliche, bro. It was such a huge. It was just a huge isekai shonen trope that I couldn't sit behind and watch. It was too cliche.
You know what?
Way too cliche.
I stopped watching Slime to watch Goblin Slayer to watch Shield Hero.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically how that happened. I was watching Slime, then Goblin Slayer, then I went straight to Shield. That's how it went. But number one on Thrillist's list, I don't know if y'all gonna guess this. I don't think y'all can guess this. Mob Psycho 102.
What did I
The
say? What did I say?
I wouldn't doubt it.
She
Do you
said one
remember
of
when
the-
I said that Mob Psycho 100 was really good this year? Y'all
Oh
No, it
remember?
was
my
good. No, I knew that because I
god.
seen it. I knew
No,
that.
no, didn't we have that
We
conversation
do
before we turned on
swag,
though? And I
swag,
was like, I thought it was
swag,
good.
swag. Okay.
No, it
Yeah,
was
but I
good for
have
sure.
literally heard nobody talking about
Yeah,
it at
that's
all.
another thing. Like, it's
Yeah.
not as bumping as like it was. It was like for people that are fans of One Punch Man and for people that fucking love like the art style. And when Mob came out and you heard about it, like Mob had a huge buzz at the beginning,
Yeah.
like in the
Mm-hmm.
first season. That second season, just like it kind of fell off. Like even with One Punch Man season 2, it kind of took long. We were told 2017 and 2015, and it came out in 2019.
I don't know what you mean by
I
kind of
am
fell
So
off. It
seeing though
fell off.
that all of these lists that I'm looking into do have what's it called? Have the Fruits Basket remake as one of the animes of the year.
Okay.
And
Look.
if that wins, I'm dropping
What
anime
number? What number?
definitely.
What number? Because on
It's
the Thrillist list, they have it at number 12.
I looked at the Right Stuff list, the Ranker list, and one more, and it was all in like the top 10. It
Okay.
was always like 6 or 7, but it was like up there
Yeah,
still, you
because
know?
Demon Slayer on this Thrillist list is number 14.
Get really?
Yeah.
now you see,
Really?
really what?
What?
You see what I'm saying? That's why I don't see that's logical.
Yeah.
Because it's
the
all
Because
about the
you want to tell me,
people
you want me
that
to
are
go,
watching it.
you want me to,
Because
you want me to tell you what's number 13?
if you're in certain communities, you're gonna hear more about another
That
But
anime
sounds
than
do
another.
you want me to tell you what's number 13 though?
Mhm.
What?
Love is War.
Wow, Love is War is doing better than Demon Slayer, and I will cheers to that.
Yeah, and I low key feel like that is not. That's why I was like, yo, y'all should really probably go Crunchyroll.
That's
I
Logical.
biased. That's
I will
biased.
I will raise this
That is so
Chex
biased.
Mix piece to that because I
The
can't.
Chex
That's
Mix
so
piece to that.
I will put
Yeah,
down
it's
my
one of the
chicken bone to
cheddar
Is
that.
that
triangles,
over
bro.
That's funny.
Yeah, I feel like that's so biased because there's no way. Like, if we're going, I'm going off of complete popularity here, and even with the fact that Demon Slayer, with One Piece being number one on the manga sales per year for 12 years straight, and Demon Slayer knocked it down. That right there alone should let you know how good
I
Demon
mean,
Slayer is and why it's
Demon
number one.
Slayer had episodes that was trending number one
You
around the
see what I'm
world
saying? You see what I'm
twice.
saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
Bias.
Twice.
Bias.
I'll switch it out, and instead of
I
looking
feel like
for
y'all should really
ranked
just go with
anime,
Crunchyroll
I
because it's more logical.
excuse me, testing. Can you hear me, or are you just talking over me?
Oh my
I was saying what
God, the
I was
privilege
saying.
is strong with this one.
Oh
That's
Lord
facts.
Jesus, let's not go there on
Y'all are
here.
wild. I'm looking at what were like the most popular animes, and some of them are disappointing. Some of them I expected. Demon Slayer's on there, obviously. Um, Doctor Stone, Fire Force, the new season of Food Wars, Dragon Ball Super, which we gotta throw that away.
Wow.
Is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon?
Which is really great this
Actually, you know what?
The Rising
I
of
watched
Shield
that one.
Hero.
Yep.
The Rising of Shield Hero, Boruto, and then that time I got reincarnated as a slime. And I think you guys know which ones of these we need to toss out
Hey,
immediately.
wait a minute.
Goodbye,
Before y'all jump,
Boruto.
before y'all dog the dog shit
Out of Boruto.
Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it is gonna be it's bad now, but in the manga, I guarantee you. Listen.
When we talking about the
hear me
anime,
out.
leave the manga out of it. Now talk about the
No,
anime.
listen.
Now talk about
Because
the
the manga's
anime.
gonna no, but the anime is gonna the manga's gonna adaptated to the anime anyway.
How
It doesn't
often does
matter.
it happen? How often does it happen?
No, it's gonna happen, dude. What? Are you crazy?
No, I'm
No.
logical.
The
No,
point
it's
is,
not. It's not logical. It's facts.
if it hasn't happened in the anime at the point that we are having this conversation right now, then I really
mean,
don't think it
to
can be
be honest
included.
with you, right now, Boruto is coming back. Especially with the last episode that we just seen, we're stepping into the part where we need to be at.
Okay.
Where we need to be at in the manga.
I
So right
hear
now,
you.
I'm not gonna
So-
sit here and short y'all no anime logic.
I'm not.
I never short anime logic. I'm real as fuck when it comes to anime logic. I'm always.
I'm not gonna dog Boruto. right?
You can't
Wait,
dog it.
wait. Did he say I'm always right?
No, he
Damn
said
right I'm always right
no.
about
He said,
Oh.
no, we're not
Oh
gonna. No,
my
we're not gonna do.
God,
No,
he
we're not gonna do this.
said
We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this.
Mhm.
We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do
I'm
this.
serious. He said
We're
that.
not gonna do this.
He said you damn right.
We're not gonna do this.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
say this one thing about Boruto real quick though.
All right.
Right,
Mhm.
the series is slow. All right,
Yeah, it's super.
it is slow. It is super slow. But I will say the fight sequence between Momoshiki, Sasuke, and Naruto with a little bit of clip of Boruto was one of the best like
That-
choreographed
But
scenes of the year.
Most definitely.
say
One of
that.
them.
But say that again. The fighting clip with who?
Naruto,
There
Sasuke.
we go.
And I said a
Boom.
little bit. I said a little bit of Boruto because like when they did the movie,
Boruto
it was
put
like
the cap on the bottle.
it was But in the show, Boruto had a little bit more of a impact in that fight, and it also
Did he
He
though?
Yeah, he
did.
did.
He definitely did.
Because it shows it. He's cursed. He defeated a god. He's cursed, and 2,
Naruto
he has
cursed.
the eye.
That was 3.
Naruto cursed.
Hey, 4, and also he has the eye, which is literally the evolved version of the Byakugan and the Tensegon. So really, that scene, that whole fight is super pivotal to Boruto's story.
Straight up. I give
It's
you that.
nothing but fillers right now, is because they're really trying to set up for the bomb they're about to drop on everybody and tell them that everybody that says Boruto shit is actually a bunch of
Oh my
acoustics.
god.
Well,
So
I don't
think you
I
can
don't say
say
that
that.
Boruto is shit. I think that the anime is as slow as shit.
yeah, it's slow as
I
shit.
just my only problem with Boruto is a lot of the animes that came out, like I said, when we were kids, are being rebooted now to fit the younger generation with a different art style and storyline, and it's not what we had as kids, so it's not going to be as popular with the older generation.
Well, that's not.
But
See, well, that's okay. So
but
if you
like
say
you
that,
said,
you say that, you could say the same of like what Hunter x Hunter, right? They rebooted that.
it's not going to
Exactly.
be it's not as good. Like I said, I told you I
Really?
watched the
Oh my god.
original Hunter, like the original Hunter x Hunter, the one that only had like 60 something episodes, and I enjoyed that one a lot, but I couldn't get into the new one like as much as I wanted to. I wanted to see it as like the new art style and everything,
Okay,
and
I'm
I
I'm
couldn't.
gonna throw you another one then. Fruits Basket. Fruits Basket
I
is a
did
reboot.
I did not like the new Fruits Basket.
You
Okay,
look.
wait a
I
minute.
said that I have been hearing a lot about it, but we needed to throw it out because it wasn't as good as the original.
Wait, what about Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, though? Huh?
But
It's a
Brotherhood
reboot.
stuck closer to the
yeah,
anime or
Brotherhood.
to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
manga.
Brotherhood
Brotherhood,
was close. Yeah.
the way that I watched Full Metal, and this is gonna sound like I'm totally cracked out to you, but I watched the first 20, like 4 episodes of Full Metal, and then I started Brotherhood, and they picked up in the same spot that it ended on, like the 20 something episode of Full Metal. And I didn't have to watch them retell the whole story for the rest of the season. I could get right back into, what was happening and then keep going. I didn't have to watch them, fill out the rest of the season and then start the new season.
I don't know, man. You had to experience the same hurt we did.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I watched a lot of the original animes.
Yeah, bro, you're only like 11.
Alright,
You ain't experienced
here we
nothing
go.
original, bro.
Did he really
That's
say that
that's
to
another
me?
boomer. That's another boomer.
Oh my
Did
god,
he
this
really
is
say
okay
I was
boomer
all-
shit. I'm throwing hands with
I
everybody,
can't
bro.
believe he called me 11.
God,
You remember
Stranger
who
Things.
helped you lead your panels
Hashtag
next time
Stranger
you want to tell me
Things.
I'm underage.
Who told you what?
Did y'all not just hear him? Y'all want to know who sat there with him for an hour and a half while he led a panel and he's going to tell me I'm 12?
Okay.
Oh,
All
shit.
right.
Wow.
I mean,
All right. Public podcast. This is what we're doing.
it's funny.
Y'all know my feelings are hurt.
Yeah. So anyway.
I mean, like, but on like the most serious note, and like honestly, a lot of the older animes were better than like the newer reboots and the remakes, and it just wasn't. It's not on the same level experiencing that same
But
thing,
like,
where you
don't.
had
But
to wait to
doesn't that
watch
make
it.
you sound a little like an old fuddy duddy too? Cause you're like, oh, this new
Okay,
anime. Nah, like, but doesn't that make you sound like that too? Like, oh, this new anime.
No, because I enjoy a lot of the new anime, but if it's a remake of an old anime, it's not going to be as good to me because I've had
Hey,
the privilege of
But
experiencing
that's
the
but
old
that's the thing. Like
first.
that makes
but
you sound like a quote unquote boomer
so
because you're like, oh, this new anime ain't as good as the old anime, and like
uh,
that.
I will say that a lot of these new animes are obviously a lot better on graphics and easier on the eyes, and like a lot of younger kids are going to enjoy that new age like pop cartoon style. So it's going to be a lot popular with the younger kids. But we're used to, like I said, Naruto's like anime art and Bleach's anime art where it was a lot of like rough sketch anime art. You know what I mean?
Understandable.
so here's the thing. So you got Dororo, which came out in the '60s. They remade that, and it's as good as it's ever been. Like told the story the exact same way and everything. They updated the graphics, and people say that the older story was a lot better, but they will literally tell you that they really did it. They outdid themselves with remaking the anime that came out years ago. It's gonna put it that way. I don't know the exact. It says '60s, but still, people were saying that the
Okay,
story was
boomer.
better back then.
They
But
said, "Okay, boomer."
still, they rebooted it, and it was as good as it was back then.
So I
You
can
know what I'm saying?
understand that year gap. Like I can understand a gap like that if they stick true to it. But I agree with her a little bit, man.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
agree.
just
remaking of the anime is
I
kind of
just
weird,
think
especially if they don't get the
that
music and the scores and everything right with the animation. And
because a couple of the new ones that I have seen, like I did watch the new Fruits Basket and I didn't enjoy it as much as the old Fruits Basket. I, you know, I tried to watch the new Hunter x Hunter, but everything was so fast paced compared to what you're
Oh,
used
Reddit.
to
I'm sorry. Go
first
ahead.
one.
We're not gonna touch on that subject again.
We already did. Yeah, we
Do
already
not
did.
make me hurt you.
All
We
right.
all know
overrated. It's
that's a
funny.
masterpiece of anime.
I
Up an
just,
ass. Yep.
I,
It's an ass of an anime. Yep.
I just, I just think that if you take the time to experience an older anime first, you're gonna appreciate it more than you would if you just went straight for the new, like the new version of it because they always switch the storyline or they change the pace or they get rid of the old music and get new music and a lot of the stuff that you're used to is just gone.
What you talking about, man? I love trap music in my anime now.
It's not.
We know you do.
What?
This is one of those times where you'd put up Katie is white because I'm about to start going off. I'm telling you guys, I just
Well,
can't
now.
All right,
handle
so check this out. We've talked about different anime that have hit the scene or whatever. 2000 animated, but you know what? Actually, we haven't even really run down the list of anime that has come out in the year of 2019. So I feel
Oh, I
like
have a list.
anime of, and I'm talking about like anime that has been introduced in 2019, not just oh the new
I know.
season, the new season. No,
No, because earlier we were talking about it. I looked up like anime premieres, like everything that came out in anime, and like it gave me a whole like Wikipedia page for it.
like I'm gonna just shoot out, like I'm gonna just shoot
Wikipedia.
out some anime,
Yeah,
right?
because if you think about it, like literally Wikipedia keeps track of everything.
Except
Like
that
this
it's fake.
list is super long.
Yes, they're fake.
So
They
like
switched
let's
on
shoot
us
out, like
on.
That's
I'm
the
gonna shoot out a
closest
couple
we're getting right now,
anime
though.
that have like premiered this year. No Guns Life has premiered this year.
The
That
second
just
season of
recently came out.
not the second season, but like I guess they were calling it like a second version of
Yes, it's
Kakegurui.
okay. Yes, Kakaguri.
Yeah, that's second season. That's
Is
second
it second
season.
season? Okay.
Because
Yeah,
when I
second
looked
season.
at it, it said like it gave it a whole different channel on Netflix, and it was like Kakegurui XX instead of like
No,
Kakegurui season
no,
All
2.
right.
mine was
I think
season
they
two.
changed
All
it,
right.
but I don't
So
know.
Beastars. Beastars is also an
Hmm.
anime that have premiered this year.
Yeah. Yep.
What's the name? Babylon has also premiered this year.
Yep.
This man said, "Oh, but hey,
Da-da-da-da-da.
hey,
Chill up.
soundbite,
Okay,
soundbite."
so so high score girl. Did that premiere this year or last year?
I think that was
I
last
think
year.
it came out. Oh, hey, but I am looking at it right now. Um, Doctor Stone came out after Demon Slayer did.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
manga
Like,
is
so
out.
when
I mean, like anime previews because
well,
a
that's what
lot
I'm
of
saying.
people
We
Yeah.
were
who
still
like
on
anime
Demon Slayer.
aren't
We weren't
going
worried about Doctor Stone.
because it says Demon Slayer came out the 6th of April, and then Doctor Stone didn't come out till the 5th of July. It's still
Yeah.
doing anime, obviously, but a lot of people that are into anime aren't going to read the mangas because you know how they are.
Yeah. So another one is Vinland Saga, which I've heard good things about. I still haven't gotten into
I've
that
I
one.
heard good
heard
things about it too. I haven't gotten
amazing
around to. Me and you on the
things
same
about
page. I
that.
ain't gotten around to. I've heard it's amazing
Yes,
though.
I
I've
haven't
And
heard
heard
that
really good
one,
anything.
things about it.
that one Sword Art Online, quote unquote remake, the ones
I
within,
don't count that one.
that like total copy
Alicization.
that came out this year.
Alicization was good though. Y'all sleep on that
Mm,
hard.
Um, did you guys see Demon Girl Next Door?
Nope.
Nope.
Ouch. Ouch.
You said ouch. Another one that
Um,
premiered this year. The Cautious Hero. Cautious Hero premiered this year.
I seen that. I heard good things about that too. I heard it was funny
It,
as hell.
dude. I'm telling you, it's the goofiest thing, bruh. It's so goofy. It's funny, but it's so goofy. It's like, bro, why are you this way? Like, I'm hoping to get farther into the episode so I can find out why he is the way he is, bro. Cause ain't no way he needs to be that way.
Yeah, I
um,
heard it was funny as shit.
I did see, I don't know if you guys care about it at all, but they're supposed to be doing a new version of like Psyche, and it's called Reawakened, and it's not
That
supposed to
shit's
come out until
hilarious.
December.
Okay.
It's
That shit's
coming out
hilarious.
December 30th, so it'll be like super late to the game, but
Okay.
it's coming out this year.
True. 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 True.
That shit's hilarious though. So like, if
Dude,
it's a
I
reboot
love
of
Psyche.
Oh, Dororo. That one.
that came out and that was amazing.
Yes, Dororo is pretty legit. What these ads? I hate it. Again, I'm not
Oh,
gonna
he got
speak
Just go
on.
to the website, bro.
No, I'm.
Midnight
I mean,
um
the other ones are like literally like Love is War Fruits Basket. So, I'm,
Midnight Occult Civil Servants came out.
Given is on the list. Domestic
I
girlfriend.
told you Given was a lot of younger girls, and you guys are gonna think that I'm crazy, but I will say this, a lot of like younger girls are super into like the yaoi and like boys love animes.
We know
And I
that.
think that given he said cool. Given the fact that like that's what a lot of like girls are exposed to, you know, through like fan fiction and stuff like that, Given is probably gonna pick up a lot when like the girls hear about it more because there's not a lot of animes that like openly display boys love and stuff like that.
Yeah, facts.
So I think that one's still got a fighting
I
chance.
mean, shit, you still got Boku no Pico out
Yeah,
there.
chill out, chill out.
Get that out. You're gonna get
Anyway.
us demonetized.
Anyway, so then there's also Boogie Pop Never Laughs and Carol and Tuesday.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Did Vinland Saga come out
Yes,
this year?
Vinland Saga did come
Yeah,
out this
it
year.
came out recently, like a couple
Like
months
yeah, a
back.
couple months ago. Yeah.
Been binge watching that for a while.
Really? Yeah,
But
how?
it's-
You know what?
it's on-
Tell us
on
about it.
Amazon.
Tell us about it,
It's on
bro.
Amazon.
Man, it's different. Like it's weird because it's set up with Japanese voices, but you're looking at
Vikings.
Norse Vikings.
Yeah, you're looking at Vikings. It's
so
Vikings.
it's weird. It messes with you a little bit, but the story starts off crazy at first, like the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Then the first 2 episodes are super nice, and then all of a sudden it goes to shit fast.
Yeah, and they also brought up the argument: who has a better revenge story, Sasuke or Thor, which is the main character? And
Thorfinn.
that was like a huge revenge like argument.
Nah,
that was all over the internet.
it's. I feel like Thorfinn got it, bro. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I feel like
Thorfinn has it to an extent. I mean, Sasuke has it to an extent. After he kills Sasuke, I mean, I said, wow.
hmm
I think I need to go take tissue paper.
Reset.
And hang myself.
Reset.
But
Hey, y'all wild.
I said tissue paper.
Y'all wildin'.
No, I think
I-
Sasuke, when like Sasuke finally kills Itachi, after that his revenge story kind of is like just whack after that. So Thor takes the cake, but I feel like Sasuke has the strongest revenge story because it's like that's somebody you love and you looked up to and you you literally admired and wanted to be like, and you watched him kill your whole family, and then he replayed it for you 1,000 something times. And then you broke out of the genjutsu. You see him again, and he puts you right back in it and makes you watch it again 1,000 times. And he makes you hate that man.
And then come to find out that like everything is like
False.
oh my god,
false.
yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, that's a revenge story that it sucks to have to live with. That's somebody you loved and you looked up to.
I
Like,
don't know,
yeah,
man.
your family dying to somebody and you wanted to get revenge on them killing your family. That's a good revenge story, but like, I don't think nothing can cross your own family member, somebody you looked up to, literally turning on you like that.
Yeah, like your super
That's
genius brother, and you wanted like
exactly
nothing but to be like him, and you strived like and worked your hardest to be
to
like
be
him,
like
and
him.
you
And then
come home from school one day, and your entire village is dead, and he made you watch your parents die on cycle
over
like
and
hundreds of
over.
times,
That
and
revenge
then you're like,
story,
oh, kill him. Like that's something different. That hits different.
that hits way different than, okay, my dad
That
died, I
hits
need to get
different.
revenge.
Yes, that is
Yeah, like,
different.
# 2019.
like,
Hashtag
I mean,
that hits different.
I
That's
mean,
dope.
like, it hits, it really does. Cause like, yeah, okay, you watch your damn dad die, and you're like, I gotta get revenge and kill that motherfucker. Okay, that's a good revenge story. That's a
Yeah, but
good way to start one. But
the only reason why I
went
say that he
deeper.
takes it, yeah, of course, Naruto has like 700 episodes.
But
This shit has
the thing
17.
also is that we're gonna be, as a generation, we are gonna be really biased to how that works because that's something that, like I said, you like a lot of us saw happen like as it progressed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of us, you know, like we watched it episode by episode, like every Saturday, just waiting. That hits different than, some anime that came out this year and you're like, oh, pretty sure I saw this in a Marvel movie, but okay.
Or
But
Marvel's call it an anime.
Marvel's not cinema.
You know what?
All
Who
right.
said Marvel saw that in
Marvel's
an
a
anime?
genre.
All right, so check this out, y'all. It's about that time, bro. It's about that time. So this is what I want to happen right now. I want y'all to tell me what your anime of the year
Are
is.
we gonna do the hokey pokey?
I'm need you to turn yourself around, and get out for that suggestion. So we're gonna talk about, okay. First, number one, give your sleeper anime pick of the year, and then give your anime
Wait, I'm
pick
right. I
of the
don't know what
year.
that means.
When I say your sleeper anime pick, like an anime you thought was really good, where you think not enough people gave it enough props.
I'm glad you explained that to me. My Caucasian roots didn't let me
All right.
Oh
in that
my
for a
god.
minute.
All right.
I seriously, I had no idea what that meant. I was
Oh
like,
my god. Katie's white, by the way.
Sleeper. I'm telling you, man, put it on a hoodie.
I will literally screen print you guys like shirts and
Oh
stuff,
my
and you can wear
god.
them all the time.
Hilarious. So
Put it on
check
a
this
hoodie.
out. So your sleeper anime pick, like an anime that you thought was really good, not enough people gave enough attention to or put clout on, and then your anime pick of the year. So just off top, ladies first. Katie, where we at?
Bro, don't throw me out there like that.
She's white, by
Bro,
the way.
Oh,
Just
you
kinda
say that like being a flavorless piece of white bread is going to deter.
bro, you'll
Damn, son.
Yeah.
Where'd you find
So, oh shit.
your sleeper anime of the year, like your anime that like you don't think people gave enough attention to.
My sleeper anime. And here we sit while I think about this.
Even though we've been discussing.
We have been talking about this, but when you're like put on when you're put on the spot to pick one, I like that everyone's giving me like the breakdown.
No, no, we're playing the wrong beat to this. We gotta do the Home Depot.
fucked up.
Stupid. Okay, you know what, yo, Katie, I'm gonna let you breathe. I'm gonna give you the
Hey.
opportunity
Come
to
back.
Want me to
think.
go ahead and tell you mine?
Okay, Meek, your sleeper anime of the year.
All right, so sleeper. I'm gonna go ahead and go with what we talked about. at the beginning. I'm gonna go ahead and say Doctor Stone. Now it's not as sleeper as other animes are, but I feel like it has fallen under Demon Slayer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So I'm gonna
I've
say
got
Doctor
it
Stone.
now.
Nope. It's Meek's turn. So.
No, I mean like
Wow.
when he's done. All
Okay.
right.
All right. Cause you
With
might be
my anime
last,
of the
nigga.
year, I'm gonna go ahead and say Demon
So
Slayer.
Demon Slayer is your anime of the year.
Yep.
Man.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. You may have fallen into the social media hype, but it is what it is. It is what it is.
I try and stay
Yeah.
away from the social media hype.
I hear you.
True.
You
That,
look.
no,
I'm
that's
gonna go
facts.
through your history. I'm gonna see how many Nezuko
That's
memes you
Oh no,
facts.
posted.
don't do that. Don't.
I'm
Oh
gonna
no,
go
no.
see how many
How
Nezuko
many, how
memes.
many Pornhub links are we gonna
Mm-mm.
find with
You can go
Nezuko's
through my gallery and you might
Whoa!
find a lot of Nezuko memes.
I'm gonna
Huh?
find out how many
I said go
Nezuko.
through my gallery and find a lot of Nezuko memes of
I
her
was
like
saying, Hunter, what
pointing a gun
Katie
at you.
said.
Oh, I don't know what
I
she
don't know
said.
what she
He
said.
didn't.
I don't know what she
Oh,
said.
I probably don't want to know.
Nope.
Yeah, that's
Probably
fine.
Probably
not,
not.
dog.
All right. So
Probably not.
J Bag Schwedag, what is your sleeper
All
anime
right.
of the year?
So my sleeper anime of the year is kind of sort of stuck between two,
Okay.
right? So it's going to be Goblin Slayer, right?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Goblin Slayer is a real sleeper, but Vinland Saga, man, I know I just binge watched this latest one, but the story is not bad. The
Mm-hmm.
story
Okay.
is not bad, but it also ties into a lot of historical shit too, which fake or not is pretty dope.
I mean,
But
not gonna lie. Every time I looked up, Vinland Saga was either one somebody was looking forward to, or is one that like it was just like people were like it's worth watching.
yeah, so and my anime of the year, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh goodness! If you
All
gotta
right,
explain it, if you gotta explain it.
this is a twofer.
Okay.
This is a twofer, right?
Mhm.
We're about to get two up on the board for Demon Slayer. So
Hey, there we go.
Demon Slayer had the unique ability to start off super morbid, right, and
Mm-hmm.
tie in the beginning like music at the end of the first episode, which was super smart.
Hmm.
The soundtrack or the opening track was phenomenal, as well as the animation
Oh
for the
yeah.
opening.
Yo, dude, any
Um,
song that Lisa makes is definitely a bop.
true, true. But the use of music during fight scenes, as well as the 3D in and out between 3D and regular animation, was absolutely phenomenal and visually stunning. To
Mm-hmm.
the point where I don't think I've ever cried watching an anime before,
Jeez.
and
Jeez.
I teared up a few times, and it was
Mm-hmm.
because of the music. If the music wasn't there, I would not have been tearing up. But it brought in the music, tied everything together, as well as the
Mm-hmm.
visuals and the bright reds. The what is that? The polka trash polka esque. If you don't know what that is, look it up. The trash polka esque color palette on a lot of the scenes with the super dark blacks and grays
Yeah.
and the super bright reds and neons surrounding the reds and whatnot. Um, as well as like the amount of money that they spent on like 30 seconds. It's just absolutely insane.
Yes.
Absolutely
Easily.
insane. The story was great. Character development was actually really good. The introduction of backstories throughout the season wasn't long and just enough to like let you know who this person is and why they are the way they are for
Yeah.
each individual, except for fucking Beastmaster dude. You don't know shit about him yet.
Yeah. Not yet.
Well, you do, just barely.
We'll get that in the second season.
Yeah, for sure.
So I
Man.
can
But
go
yeah,
next,
Demon
right?
Slayer.
All right.
Or do I have to wait until the
So
end?
you know what? Yeah. Okay. We'll come back around. Demon Slayer. That's two for Demon Slayer right now. So let's see what Katie talking about. Sleeper anime. What you talking about?
So I'm gonna say it again. Like I said
I
earlier,
don't care
Violet
that you hurt your elbow.
Evergarden.
What? Go ahead.
Oh
All
my
right.
god. I'm so Violet Evergarden came out this year, and like I said, if you're not used to like romantic or like those kind of like heart-wrenching animes, then probably wasn't for a lot of people. But I enjoyed it a lot, and I feel like it got slept on because it was, I think, only put out on Crunchyroll and Netflix. and it wasn't put out onto a lot of streaming platforms. But like
Yeah.
I said, she's a machine, and like the guy who trained her to like be a war machine dies, and nobody tells her because they don't want her to like go crazy. But they want to teach her how to be like a civilized human first, and that's what the whole show is about. Like she's learning how to feel emotions, and she's learning how to like feel regret, remorse, love, all of that.
It's a
Which was
Terminator.
like, oh
Yeah.
my
I mean, basically.
I guess like the Terminator, but like super like adorable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anime of the year. Let's get it.
Anime of the year. All right, don't come at me.
We will.
Please.
We will. No, you
And
signed
I'm
up for
gonna
this.
say
You
that
signed up for this.
if it's not Demon Slayer, but Demon Slayer had a lot of good points to it, right?
Mhm.
Like I did appreciate a lot of the stuff that happened in Demon Slayer, and I cried at the end of Demon Slayer. When they were getting
La
on
la
the
la 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 la
train.
la. No, I'm
No
just,
spoilers.
I'm just playing. We're just, it's,
No, so spoilers.
we don't care, bro. It's
Oh
all
my God.
spoilers in here. It's all
True.
spoilers.
Okay,
in here.
when they were getting onto the train, like in the very last scene, I did cry. And I don't know why. I think I was just sad that it was over.
I'm sorry. I'm
Mhm.
still laughing. Go ahead.
But
But what is your anime of the year, though?
oh my, I'm getting there. If you'd stop laughing.
We're already on the train, nigga. Let's get to the destination.
This nigga.
But
Katie's white, by the way.
I don't know. I wish that I didn't have as many like personal, like emotional ties to
Mhm.
Dr. Stone as I did, because that totally hit anime of the year for me. Even
Yeah.
though like it got outshadowed by Demon Slayer, I feel like it was like really good.
Mhm.
He's rebuilding this whole society single-handedly. He's building like all of these relationships and stuff, and it might just be because I'm a biology major, but I found it like really interesting.
Nerd. No, I'm joking.
So-
But I liked it a lot. Like I really enjoy, like Senku's like disposition as a character. Like he has an entire backstory in the show where they just talk about his family, and like how like his dad like ended up founding an entire village. Like I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Like there was a lot more to it than
Yeah, that
just
twist was fire. That twist was fire. I'm not
Like,
even
you
gonna lie.
get it?
That shit
Oh
was
yeah, for
fire.
damn
there
sure.
was
I was
definitely
screaming.
there was definitely a lot more to the show than just science. There was the whole
yeah.
like everybody on like in that village he met was related to like his dad. Like they were the only ties to his family that he hadn't left, and he was gonna protect them.
That shit was crazy. I screamed when I seen that part.
Okay.
Actually, I cried right there. I lied. I cried right there.
I cried when the one American guy, the one who like was like humans don't need fun to survive, when he died,
Yo, I cried right there.
I
too.
cried so hard.
I did cry right there. That shit hurt. It hurt.
Damn, I might need to watch this for real. I ain't finished it. I ain't
If you
finished
ain't
it. I ain't
watched
finished
yet,
it.
man,
I ain't finished it.
You slacking.
I
You
ain't
lacking
finished
hard.
it because I was on Demon Slayer. Shut up.
Oh, you alright then.
See,
Man,
exactly.
look, every Saturday,
He's a yeah.
look, every Saturday I have a ritual. I get up in the morning. I make me some grits. I make me some eggs. I fry me some potatoes. Put me some bacon. Put it all in a bowl. Mix it together. Chives. Pop open my iPad. Chives on top of it. It's delicious.
Oh my god.
Chives
And-
on top of it. It's delicious.
Yeah, it's delicious. Put it on a shirt. And I watch every episode of anime that I want to watch for the week
Yeah, that you didn't get
at
to
the
catch.
breakfast table.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga,
I
how
go
long
through
were
like
you at this
7
table?
episodes. 7 episodes.
Damn.
Just eating on the same cold grits.
Nah, them grits
So
was
do you
gone in
have to,
5
like,
minutes.
get
This
up
nigga's
and
stupid.
microwave
He just got a bowl sitting in front of him. God,
Mhm.
man, I love you, man.
Like, out of curiosity, do you have to get up and microwave them at all during this?
Oh no, because they're gone within 5 minutes. What you mean?
Look.
The bowl sits in front
I
of me.
don't know.
But
I can't
and I
like
sip coffee.
eat constantly
I'm
while
like
I
a-
watch it.
Are you serious?
like a
What is
old
wrong with
man.
you? That's why you so skinny now, nigga.
Mm.
What do you mean?
Again,
I eat
she's
so
white.
much. I just can't, like, if I'm focused on a show and I make food, I won't like eat it as fast. Like I'll eat it slower, you know, because I want to enjoy it through the whole episode.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
But I don't know,
Agreed.
man.
I just like food too much, man. I don't care.
Yeah, big boy.
All right, I
Fat,
think
fat,
it's
fat
my
boy.
At the
turn
beginning of the podcast.
to give you my anime of the year and my sleeper anime, boys.
Your sleeper anime, what?
All right, so I do have a sleeper anime.
I got two of them
Like,
hoes, so go ahead.
yeah, I do too. Like, I feel like personally, I agree with Shami. Doctor Stone did it. It most definitely got a shot of it. I can. That was clear as day.
Yeah.
But my other sleeper anime will most definitely go to. I feel like it would go to Shield Hero just like enough to like
That's
to an
interesting.
extent to where the reason why I say it did is because like not a lot of people fuck with it. Like not a lot of people actually fuck with it. They was like, oh, it's just the same isekai bullshit that we've been seeing. It's the same old. And I'm like, but it's so good. Like that first episode, once you get caught, but you end there after that first episode. And I'm like, nah, it's same old isekai. I'm so sick of isekai. And it's like they didn't give it a chance.
Stupid.
Like,
I ain't gonna
I-
let you get the chance.
Yeah, like some
I'm not gonna lie to you. The first
I
episode, I
do
thought it was a
think that
reboot
it's
of.
interesting that nobody's brought up Fire Force, and that was a really
I know, and I was
talked about
gonna
anime
get
this
on that
year.
too, because like, and that
Fire
was gonna
Force
be my
was dope.
honorable mention because like Fire Force right now is amazing. When people heard about Fire Force and they're like a firefighter anime, what the fuck they gonna do with that? I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
y'all gotta hold
exactly what I
on.
said.
Mhm.
That is
Y'all got. I was like,
exactly
yo,
what
hold
I
on
said.
now. I've been hearing just from reviews alone. I've been hearing amazing things about Fire Force so far, and the same people that made Soul Eater made it. So I was like, it's
So I
no
didn't
way
know
it's
that.
gonna be
Yeah, Soul
just
Eater,
a
yeah,
Fire
same
Force.
vote.
I was a huge fan of Soul Eater back in the day,
The
and I
thing about-
didn't know.
So I didn't
didn't
realize
know.
it until you watch the first episode and you see the skulls. As soon as you see the skulls, you're like, oh, okay. So
Yeah, as soon as I saw the skull, I'm like, all right, now, I can get down a little bit. Let's see how this
Yeah.
goes. And then I watched the first episode, and I'm like, shit. Stop.
yeah, when I saw the animations, I was like, at first I was thinking like, My Hero, because it kind of had those similarities, and then I was like, nah, maybe One Punch Man, and I saw the, and then when I saw the skulls, I was like, oh, that's Soul Eater, clear as day.
I legit
But,
didn't even finish first episode.
But it was like good as shit. So like I felt like that was super sleeped on because people were like firefighter anime. Oh hell no! And it's like no, because like it looked like it's gonna be super interesting. I know it's a catch that is gonna keep us watching, but I'm gonna.
There's already one episode that got me, and it was a cliffhanger of a mother. It was a cliffhanger.
Oh yeah, it was
too,
a
boy.
super cliff. Hold on, it was super cliff.
I saw that, and I'm like, oh shit, no.
But we already know that it for me, we're gonna go ahead and put 3 up on the board for Demon, and I want to go ahead and touch on I'm gonna go ahead and touch on J-Bag Swag's points. That anime, dude, was just animated so beautifully, and the music behind it, like I felt like that was like genuine and like authentic music making from the company itself, because
It was intentional.
It was intentional.
It was very
Like,
intentional.
it was like based around that time. Like that's the song, that's the music you heard in each time period, or for that time period, I think it was like the Tengi something started with the T time period. That it was just like it would just felt. They did a great job putting it with that time period. It just went amazing, and like with the episodes and the storyline. People, when you see a demon anime, you like, oh, he's a regular demon, and some of the demons have regular ass demon abilities. They went all the way the fuck out with the way demons had in their abilities. This is why I give it anime of the year. This demon, the demons that I've seen have all had these unique abilities. One had the drums, the Japanese drums that you tap and the whole room spins. Like that was well thought out. You had the other one with the spiders and the webs that don't break. That was insane. You had the one that had the Tamari ball, the ones that bounce, but she could throw them, and then her friend had the eyes that could direct the ball. Like that was so crazy and well thought out that it's like, yo, you can't sit here and say that this is no regular demon anime. These demons are well thought the fuck out, like completely.
And then
we haven't even
Muzan. fucking
Yeah, and then
Michael Jackson
we see Michael
turned.
Jackson come in and snap his. We see him come in, snap his finger, and go. Snap his
Hey,
This
finger,
motherfucker said
so
E.
and two people come in.
Stop.
You know what I'm saying? He snaps his fingers, two people come in, and he has the ability to turn people into them. And then he can give them too much blood and make them kill themselves because it's too much for them to handle. That's fucking insane. That's so well thought out that it's insane. And like I said, the art style alone, like the way they went about certain characters, like the character development, like you think, oh, he's selling coal for his family, his dad's not alive, and then you come back home to a whole massacre, which is almost like what happened with Sasuke's instance, but your little sister's alive and she's a demon, and then you meet this crazy ass OP dude, and you could tell that this kid has smarts because in the first episode you see him throw the axe, but he was running at the dude like he had an axe in his hand still, knowing good and well he didn't have it. But the way he planned it out, it was just well thought out. Like nobody in hell would think to throw a fucking axe and then take off running straight at the man.
So let me chime in real quick about that.
I'm gonna
scene.
run to the bathroom. Don't let this progress too far while I'm gone. I don't want to miss out.
Okay.
Yeah. So about that scene, right? The one thing that I thought that is done super well this series that other series have not yet, at least in my limited view of my own specific, genre of watching anime, has done is facial expression. Expression is done really well in the series. The fear, the pain, the anguish, the shock, the realization, the epiphany, all of that stuff was in the first episode.
Exactly.
In the first episode, and it's done really well. The slow motion of, what the fuck is his name?
Tanjiro or Gyu?
No, Gyu. The slow motion of Gyu's realization of, Nezuko guarding Tanjiro.
Yeah, Tomioka, I fucking love how he literally put his life on the line for a demon. Dude.
Within seconds. Whenever
I found that out, I legit flipped shit.
Yeah, he had resigned to that within seconds, though. You know what I'm saying? Like within seconds
that
of
keeps you wondering too. Like, has he experienced something like this before?
Exactly.
That
and I feel like that's what people say. Oh, it's not, but like, bro, like, can you really argue though? Because it's so well and beautifully written. When people say, "Oh, it's just a rehash story," no, the fuck it's not. It's so unique in its own way that people don't realize how unique it is. Like, people don't understand that. You got.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's one of the best animes I've ever watched.
So as of yes, and I 100% agree. I've been looking for shonen anime out the ass for like.
It's definitely in my top 5 now.
It's most definitely top 5, and like even with like I was like a while back, I'm like I need anime to watch. I'm bored of the shit that I got now. Like I was telling my friend, I said they didn't release shit that is worth watching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then this year, I mean, yeah, I've been watching anime. I've watched almost every anime possible, other than the shit that we don't. It's taboo to watch. You know what the fuck that is. We don't watch that, but I pretty much watched every single anime. Like, I watched all harems. I've watched all romantic comedies. I watched all slice of life.
You ain't watched it all, bro.
I agree with Katie. Like slice of life is where it's at. Like
slice of life
anime,
is where it's at.
Like romantic comedies, I love romantic. I like to laugh, but what pisses me off about romantic comedies is that when the main character is too dense to get with the girl, and then the girl ends up playing games, and in the end, nothing happens, and you're sitting there like, I wasted my fucking time. That's the only thing about romantic comedies that I hate. But everything else, I feel like is perfect with, romantic comedies and slice of life. But I feel like with Demon Slayer, they went slice of life to shonen to horror they had like 5 different genres in one shonen anime.
I don't really think that Demon Slayer fits into the slice of life category I'm talking about specifically.
It's not slice of life at all.
It
Well,
doesn't
no.
hit any of those
So
categories because
right.
slice of life is stuff like, like Your Lie in April,
No, 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 no. He was saying he
like
fucked with
Weekly
slice of life.
Run.
He fucks with slice of life. Demon Slayer is
Yeah.
Yeah,
nowhere near
but
slice of
he
life.
said
No.
that
Okay. So here's
Demon
so,
Slayer hits into all of those categories, but I
so
feel like Demon Slayer hit more on the drama category.
so drama, which still kind of ties into slice of life because we have drama in everyday life, so it's no different. People, those are real life situations that we still have to deal with. Minus the demons, that's a bit far fetched. But as far as like your whole family dying for some cause, or you putting up with troubles and trials and all this stuff to protect the loved one and your friends, that's still a slice of life. That's still a trial. That's still
Yeah.
drama that we have to put up with in everyday life. So technically, yes, it's still slice of life, but it's it's too far fetched for it to be. Let's put it that way.
Nigga,
Yeah. I
it's
feel
But the
like
horror and everything else
it's
kind of like ties in there.
I I will say that I get what you're saying, but Slice of Life is a very particular kind of anime that's related to like literally everyday life, like school romance and there was one that I watched where it was like, about this kid whose like dad had died and he, lived with his mom and they were just trying to get back on their feet.
Mm-hmm.
Slice of life is something that's like relatable to a large group of people. I don't think a lot of people are going to have an easy time, relating to a lot of things that happen in Demon Slayer
I mean,
besides probably
obviously.
their like sibling bond. That'd be
I
the
mean,
only thing that people would be like,
well,
"Oh my
no,
god."
and working hard towards protecting something that you love. There's a
I
lot
don't
that you're
really
missing
think
right now
I
that,
don't
that you're not
I
that
so.
you're not
So
I
I
understanding
don't
about.
think
so
so because a lot of people
I
how
don't think it
many
fits slice
how
of life.
many of you guys are going to have to go out and fight every day just to keep your sister like safe? You don't
I mean, that's a
because
lot of people. You still got to keep your family safe, regardless if you. It's like
yeah, but
it's your
that's not
role in
our
life.
problem. And at this point in time, that's really considered like our parents' problem is like keeping us safe. If we live in their household, that's not something that we have to work on. That's something
so
that our parents
I
relate to.
think what he's trying to say, and this is just from my like listening what you guys are saying. The one thing that Demon Slayer does that most other anime in its genre, if you will, doesn't do is bring forth the emotion that you would receive
Mm-hmm.
in a slice of life anime. It's not the same type of emotion, but it brings
Exactly.
forth the emotion and the feeling
Mm-hmm.
of what's going on because you're like, damn, I can see why, or damn, you know what I'm saying?
I
That's
mean,
fucking shitty. So I mean, that's what
everybody
he's trying
is
to say. He's not. I don't think he's trying to say it is an
No,
exact
I'm not
slice of
saying
life
it's
anime.
no,
literally
like
slice of life.
I get that, but that's more of an empathetic thing where they play the strings just right so that you feel bad for this character and you're like, damn, that's like awful. Like I could never imagine doing that. That's empathy. That's super weird, but like I think a lot of shows play off on that. Like a lot of slice of lives that have like a drama underlay, like I said, Your Lie in April definitely played off of that. And
Mm-hmm.
if you didn't cry during Your Lie in April, you're heartless.
No, I cried. It kind of pissed me off near the end, but we're not gonna touch on that. Actually,
Dude, it totally made me mad. She was like,
but
"Sorry, friend A, I was in love with you," and everyone was like, "Are you?"
but I'm dead now, so it doesn't matter.
all
But
right. So
Yeah,
check
like
you
me
see what I'm
out.
don't
saying?
say
So
that.
check
So
me out.
so
Here is my sleeper. Y'all ain't even.
so demon. Hold on. So yes, Demon Slayer is my, and that's kind of my aspect. Like what he said, that's basically what I'm saying. Like, it's certain aspects that you can take out of slice of life that you could put in this anime that kind of makes it
Yeah.
kind of slice of life, but not 100%, like not even fully. But it's just like certain attributes that you take that they use to immerse
I feel-
the emotion, like
I
you were saying. So,
I understand it that way. I don't know. I think the
yeah,
way you worded it the first time just had me confused. I was like, "Slice of
yeah.
life?"
I was
Yeah.
still trying to explain. I was still trying to get around to the point to where it made sense. So
Word. Feel ya.
yeah,
So I got
but
a I
yeah.
got a sleeper. I got a sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think y'all even watch this, man. Real shit. Seven Seeds on Netflix.
Oh, that
Oh
was really
yeah,
good.
I heard a lot. I heard a lot about it. I heard it was. I just haven't got around to watch it because I got too much on my plate.
Seven Seas on
So
Netflix, bro. Basically, a bunch of
I will
scientists
watch it tonight.
saw the end of the world coming, right? And they were like, "Yo, we got to do something about it." So they took a bunch of teenagers and were like, "Bro, we're gonna split them up into groups: spring, summer A, summer B, autumn, and winter, right? And we're gonna cryogenically freeze them, and they're gonna get woken up into this whole brand new world." And I thought it was I like I mean when they find of course when they find out like yo we're in like whatever year this is now, I thought that was pretty cool. It was a low key sleeper for me. I was gonna originally say Carol and Tuesday, but I feel like a lot of people were fucking with Carol and Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, nah, I ain't gonna. That's not my sleeper. So Seven Seas is definitely a sleeper for me. It isn't ranked very high on my anime list. It's like a 6.4. But as far as the story goes, I'm like, it's pretty dope because it's not like one of those things where it's like somebody's trying to be the best or some shit like that. You know, some old
Yeah.
shonen shit. It's like
Like whatever it was.
yeah. Oh god. So yeah.
Test them is my real test to train.
Yo,
them is
speaking
my-
of which, bro, look, if we're gonna talk about sleepers, bro, Ash finally won a fucking like he's finally the best.
Yeah, this shit took 20 years.
Shout
And he's still
out my
16.
nigga Ash, bro.
Shout out to Ash Ketchum, bruh. He finally won.
It took 20 years and the nigga's still 16.
Man,
Oh, bro, why is the Pokemon show so bad, dude?
Bro, we're not gonna talk about that. So,
But the games are so good. I don't get it.
bro, Ash
Yeah,
Ketchum
yeah,
finally
let's-
is the best, bruh.
yeah,
20
good-
years.
yeah,
Shout out
good
to Ash
job.
Ketchum. Yo, let's round of
Shout
applause.
Shout out.
Like if we're gonna shout out any best of any 2019, we have to shout out to Ash Ketchum finally being the best
Yeah,
that he
for
ever
sure.
was. So, oh man, but my anime of the year, hands down, big facts, bottom line, no cap.
True facts.
Bro, you spit in my face, bro. Hold on.
The Promised Neverland. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Of course.
What? No, I'm playing Twitch, y'all.
Of course I said that.
The
But
Promised.
I do think that
Say something
he
crazy.
should
Say something
also-
crazy. Say something crazy. Go ahead.
No, I give that a runner-up for damn sure.
Excuse me. I was going to say we should drop in some honorable mentions that were
Okay,
really
okay.
good.
No,
but
you didn't
definitely
even. Yo,
didn't
y'all
get
got to get the floor on why y'all thought it was the best.
All I
Demon
said-
Slayer.
All I said was honorable mentions.
We will get to the honorable mentions, but y'all got to explain why y'all shit was the best. Let me get
we did.
let me get to explaining mine.
Whoa, ain't nobody saying we don't want to hear.
Okay, but hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Anyway,
Okay, boomer.
so anyway,
Wow.
ah man, the disrespect. So look, 100. Not other anime is like this. A bunch of kids. Look, I already told y'all we're gonna give everybody the spoiler alert before this shit starts. So
Hell
if you
yeah.
ain't seen it, you ain't seen it. So a bunch of kids. They're in an orphanage. They got tats on their necks. Apparently, you know what? I'm so stupid. I don't even know why they got tats on their necks.
He said tats. Oh my god.
They got. Don't they have neck tattoos? Don't they?
It's not a neck. It's not a tattoo.
So what is it? What is it? It don't rub off. It's right there on their neck. What is it? What is it?
It's not
They're
a
branded.
branded.
Are they branded? Was it burnt? Was it burnt? Nope.
Pretty much.
Nope. It was tatted, bro. It
Basically,
was tatted.
It's not a tattoo.
It's a tattoo, bro. What you mean?
Yeah, it's a tat, but I mean, damn.
Come on, that's what I'm saying, bro. All them little niggas Takashi 6ix9ine.
Wait, so doesn't that make them? You know what? Never mind. I ain't gonna say
Alright.
it. You know what? Never mind. I ain't gonna say
Yep,
it.
exactly.
Let's
Don't
get-
do it. Don't do it.
you know
Yep,
what I wanna
yep, don't do it.
say.
Don't do it. So with that being said,
But-
so all these kids, they're orphans. They think they're going to good parents. Then one of the little girls, she gets sent off. She drops her little stuffed animal. Two of the kids are like, "Yo, she left her toy." They go and find out, nah, they're not really orphans. They're food. So yeah, like I said, spoiler alert.
Hoodie.
Spoiler alert. Sorry. So now these kids have to figure. Bruh, the dopest thing about one of the dopest things about this anime was that every episode was a cliffhanger. There was a twist in every, like your boy Ray. Ray was like, yeah. We gotta. Oh man, this is crazy. But then come to figure out, he's working with the folk. And he's been working with the
double
folk.
Okay, wait.
He's double
I
agent.
forgot. I'm just now watching.
Oh, my
this.
B,
Oh,
my B,
He's-
oh,
my
Nah, it's
B,
okay. Go
my
ahead
B.
and tell it. Go ahead and tell it. Go.
My B.
The damage is. The damage is.
Oh
already
no,
done.
I'm sorry. But so like, there's a twist, and every episode is a cliffhanger. It's not like most anime that you've seen. There's a dope story. The opening is hitting. Talk about
Yeah,
it. Talk about it.
It does slap.
Yo,
It
I
does slap.
just listened to the opening and that shit does slap.
Hitting.
God.
I'm telling you. I mean, let's go. Like we talk about Demon Slayer's opening. Like
You
we
mean
know.
to tell me that everyone doesn't hit like fourth form every time they hear that? You're wrong.
Facts. You gotta get up and
If
dance
you
to
don't
some
get
bullshit.
if you don't get into total concentration stance,
Fuck
you're not a
that
real
shit.
fan.
I
You're not
fuck
a
with
real
Promise
anime fan, bro.
Neverland more than Demon Slayer opening. Let's talk about it.
That
Let's talk
I
about
mean,
it.
nothing will never ever be better than all the Naruto openings.
We no, we know, no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about currents.
But I do think that, like, on the same form of, like, the Demon Slayer opening, if you don't hit fourth form, that's like if you were listening to, like, the Naruto opening and you didn't hit a jutsu while you listened to it, you just
I
aren't
don't,
really
cause
into
I'm not
it.
no weirdo weeb like y'all, nigga.
Are you sure?
You have an otaku podcast. What do you mean?
Straight like that. Straight like
I'm not
that.
hitting no jutsus
Calling
though.
out. Calling out.
You have never
You
hit a
ain't
jutsu?
you ain't a real
Expose-
I'm not a
fan.
You're
weeb.
not a
I'm an
no.
otaku. There's a
You can
difference,
shut this
Expose
podcast down
him.
right now. If you've never hit a jutsu, then you're not really an
Bro.
anime fan, are you?
Bro.
Expose him.
I'm not no gang member, bro.
Alright.
That's what I was about to say. I wonder if we did this in public. Would people look at us like we doing gang signs or something and be scared of us?
Did you not see the meme that said hood niggas?
only
man,
like
if
them
I-
folk that was doing it
If
with
I
one
did
hand.
a jutsu in public, I'd get shot. I want you
Exactly.
guys to know that all the way. If I do a jutsu in public, I'm getting shot.
How?
Like that's all it is to
How?
it.
How?
Everybody's
She's
gonna
white.
think it's a
She's
gang
white.
You
sign,
like
and I'm white.
they would just like, oh, look at her. Like, they're
She
just-
has fingers. She must be deaf and has Tourette's.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
You mean to tell me they're gonna think I'm doing sign language?
yes. They wouldn't
Yes.
suspect that you're in a gang.
Nah, but the gang members would be like, "What the fuck is that from?"
It also
They'd be like,
depends
"Bro,
on the
who you
area in which
repping?"
you are.
They'd be like, you need some money, homie?
You need some money, homie.
Jesus.
Lord have mercy.
I'm
Oh
telling
my
That
God.
took a left turn.
Promise Neverland, the anime of the year. Don't care what y'all talking about. That Demon Slayer shit is only popular because of memes. Let's just be 100.
Before the
bro.
memes came out, though, it was
Nah,
already
bro.
hype.
I don't know,
That
man,
shit was
because
hype.
like I
That shit
said,
was
I
hype
didn't
before
hear
the
about
memes.
it until I saw you guys like throwing,
Memes.
that friggin' meme of Nezuko in the backpack in the group chat all the time, and then I was like, oh. And then Ruben wouldn't shut up about Demon Slayer.
Like 100. The
I
only reason why I found out
swear
about
to
Demon
you.
Slayer was because of memes. It wasn't like
No, dude, like I swear to you, it was so weird. Because I'd be like at Ruben's house and he'd be like, "Hey, so I'm gonna watch the new episode of Demon Slayer. Are you gonna watch it with me?" And I was like, "No."
damn,
I was like,
You're
I'm
missing
gonna go
out.
in the other room and play League probably."
damn.
See, so you
Relationship
memes-
issues.
So we did not show you memes before because he was watching it when
No.
it first came out.
He
He was watching it when
I-
it first came out. Me, him,
he
and Miguel.
wasn't,
were-
I don't think.
No,
I
me,
think
him, and
he
Miguel were
missed
on
a few
top of that shit.
episodes. I think he missed a few episodes though, because he was like, "Bro, I'm gonna catch up in Demon Slayer," and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna go play League." Like I don't really care.
Nah, because me, him, and Miguel, we were talking about it before it like dropped. We were already on that shit. We already knew what we were watching.
I don't know, man, because I know that I saw a meme in the group chat and Nezuko was in the backpack, and I was like, "Where is that from?" And then I literally had to like Google her name to find out.
Yeah, I mean that was, but we didn't get to that point until like the 5th episode. So it's been out by then.
I'm still
Like-
doing homework.
So
Bye.
I have a question. Why is that a bad thing?
You said what now?
Huh?
Why is that a bad thing?
What?
True facts.
I mean,
Wait.
2019 is the year of memes.
No, it's been
No, you know-
memes have had a calendar since like 2015.
No, but my
so-
thing,
That's
like
what I'm
the
saying,
thing, no,
but-
like okay, when I say like, oh, I've only found out about it because of memes, I say that to be like fan bases
I
of
don't-
kind of effed anime for me.
Yeah, that's fair because a lot of people, take memes and spoil things and throw them on the internet before you have the chance to watch them yourself. And then once it's been spoiled, why would you watch it if you know what's going to happen?
I feel you on that. I guess it's us. It's upon us, anime watchers, to fight the.
Exactly, because
But the problem is that a lot of people that watch anime are going to pull the whole, bro, now that I know what's going to happen, I want to see how it happens. And I don't understand that.
That's where the manga readers come in.
Oh God.
I mean, the
Yeah.
manga readers
Oh
do the
my
same
God.
thing.
Yeah, manga
That's
readers,
exactly
yo,
what they
that
do.
and see, that's why I was like, you know what, anime podcast, anime, like throw out some manga stuff, but we already
He's
know
great talks about manga, like he even knows how to read. It kills me.
who.
Okay.
I don't know if that was racist.
You're what?
I don't think I did not intend that to be racist. I don't think I could be racist on this podcast. I just meant that you were an idiot.
You didn't think you could be racist? Katie's
No.
Katie's white, by the way.
Oh God, dang! It went there.
I didn't think I could say anything offensive.
You
I'm
can.
trying to
You
like
can.
be
You're
here.
fine, Katie. You're fine.
You're good.
No,
You're good.
because
This
You're
when
no,
I
man
you're
like
knows his
good.
shit.
No, the more you explain it, just no, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
You're
This
good.
is super
Just
off
messing
topic. I
with
think I
you.
just
All right, so
doing this
look,
like-
check this out, man. Closing
I
comments.
want you guys to know that white people do this weird thing whenever we get like super nervous. Our whole body turns red, and now I'm like overheating because I'm embarrassed because I didn't mean it.
All right, my little tomato. Closing comments.
Alright.
That was kind of gay.
That. Oh wow. Okay. Now she's gay. Now she's not gay. God damn it! I meant to say
You didn't
something
even say
else.
no homo.
No, I did. Stop. Okay, so with that being said, oh my god, I want this podcast to air so bad, but I can't because you guys are ruining it.
Does it help if I say that I'm actually
Stop.
like bisexual
No,
so I
stop.
can say it?
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
So,
Closing comments.
Stop.
Yeah, so this
Look,
is
hey,
like-
closing comments. All right, closing comments. If you guys have anything to say, even if you have like honorable mentions, I don't care what it is. Meek, shoot.
No, I'm good. On to the next.
All right, J Bag, what's happening?
Honorable mention, man. Black Clover.
Skirt,
yes.
Honorable mention.
skirt. Q,
Okay.
honorable mention. Or closing
say
comments,
honorable-
whatever.
Honorable mention for damn sure is most definitely Promised Neverland because we got some good shit coming for us next season in that. And in Black Clover for damn sure because Black Clover is fucking amazing right now and people are super. That's a sleeper right there, boys.
Skirt.
Yes, it.
That's what I'm talking about. Katie, closing comments.
I'm still here. Believe it or not, I didn't like run away. uh, I think an honorable mention would have to be this anime movie that I watched. It was called Her Blue Sky, and it was like
Ooh, that's so good.
super emotional. But there was also another one called Children of the Sea,
Or
and I definitely think that you guys should check them both out. I think her or like Children of the Sea or whatever is on Netflix. It
a
was.
silent voice.
We're not watching that again. Every time I watch it, Ruben cries, and I just have to sit there
Stop!
and
Well,
crying.
stop! Why?
Putting
What
them out
is-
there. Putting them out there like
Golly,
that.
damn it!
Hey,
Listen,
wait,
I
you
cried the
you
first
Crippin'
time I watched it,
I'm
but
just
I
saying though, you had to put my man's out there.
Blood? Wait, you Crippin' Blood? Because I heard the hard
Oh,
C, man.
oh.
Y'all
Oh, no, I'm not
stupid.
gang
Anyway.
I'm not gang affiliated.
All right, so
Next time.
okay, so check this out. As far as closing comments for me, oh my god, yo, Cautious Hero. Cautious Hero is hilarious. I love Cautious Hero. I just started watching it. This dude is ridiculously cautious for no reason, and
Oh, no way.
I'm just saying. It's like, and then, I didn't realize how funny. I thought it would be awkward, but it's funny. It's dumb funny how cautious he is. I love it. Agretsuko season 2. Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
That shit's hilarious.
Agretsuko season 2. I watched the whole thing in one evening, and I was like, bro, if you talking about a slice of life, Agretsuko season 2, I'm like, what? It's
I feel like everybody above 20 that has a real shit job can just relate.
damn it, shots fired.
Right.
Hey, I'm one of them, nigga. It pay me good. I gotta do a lot of
that one kinda
bullshit.
Gosh, shots fired on that one.
I mean, the pay good, but I do a lot of bullshit at my job too, and that shit, that anime relatable as fuck. I want to go do screamo at a fucking karaoke room.
Uh,
Out of here.
there was another. I don't know if you guys read like manga a lot, but there was this one, and it was I can't remember what it was called, but this dude like died, and it like wasn't his fault. Like God messed up and killed
Yu
him,
Yu Hakusho.
Oh,
right?
shit.
So God messed up
Yu Yu
and killed him on
Hakusho.
accident. And so God was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna let you, pick what you get reincarnated as, where,
Slime.
and no, it's not that.
Shut up.
No.
So
So this guy
stupid.
chooses to be like reincarnated as a farmer,
What?
and he
What?
gets like this ultimate like farming tool that literally changes shape into like shovels and hoes and all this other stuff. And like he just farms, like he gardens and he
I wish
builds
I had a shape shifting
like
hoe.
All
then he
right,
gets
so
to like
on that
garden all
note,
the time and
on
stuff,
that
and
note,
it's super
on
nice.
that note,
Layers.
okay, let that simmer, everybody. So I appreciate everybody for coming through for another podcast, the Otaku Village podcast. If y'all want to check us out, pledge to the podcast if y'all want to. That's patreon.com/Otaku Village. Appreciate my guests for coming through. Katie, Meek, J-Bag Swag, Q.
Yup.
Oh my god. That was the Anime of the Year podcast. I hope y'all appreciate it. Say share it amongst all y'all platforms. It's your boy Swag. Come through for another podcast, man. You already know what it is. Peace. Deuces.